All right, guys, gals, students, welcome to week number 2 of Ben and Nate Discuss. Should we switch sides? Because your name's over here and my name's over there.
It's a nice contrast.
I like it. Here we go. This is week number 2. We're going to be discussing the top youth group snacks. If you didn't see our first video, we discussed the top youth group games, and today we're discussing top youth group snacks. So, Ben, should we show them the field?
Let's do it.
Number one, the number 1 seed overall. Now, before we get into this again, we must show you the bracket and show you the seeding. And this is some debating that went on. Ben?
Just to explain, we're not taking into consideration like everything, like if we had this one particular snack this one time. There's a reason for everything we've chosen. Don't like roll over in your grave yet. Why are you dead? I don't know. But go ahead, Nick.
All right, so on this side, number 1 overall seed, ice cream sundaes. Ben, between you and I, there was no debate. Ice cream sundaes, number 1 seed.
Shout out Nick Millard.
Shout out Dino Spumoni, Nick Millard. We love you. Number 8 seed is a CalTab favorite, Dirt Pudding.
It's like cookies and cream in mush form.
Yeah, if you know, you know. A lot of Oreos involved with that as well. It's a good one. So 1 and 8, an interesting matchup there. Number 4 seed is the cookie tray. Can't go wrong with the cookie tray.
It's a staple.
Yeah, Sam's Club. You know, you go to Sam's Club for like $15-20. You get those cookie trays. Number 5, the fruit and veggie tray. Benny, what about that side? What do we have over there?
Number 2 is the classic pizza. Number 7 is chips and salsa. Yes, just salsa, not queso included. 3 is cereal night, which is a favorite here at CalTab. And 6 is cake/cupcake because that's a regular thing because of birthdays and people bringing that stuff in.
That's the bracket. Are you ready for round 1?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Round 1. Number 1 seed, ice cream sundae versus number 8, dirt pudding. In my mind, Ben, I don't think there's any question which advances in this scenario.
Hold on. I think you're right, but we can't just throw dirt pudding to the side like that. Like, we don't want to waste it. It's delicious. I love it. It's a classic. I'd eat it any time. Okay, maybe not at any time.
You would eat dirt pudding any time?
Most times I would.
I mean, every time I see...
It's really good.
Every time I see dirt pudding, like, in a spread, I normally get some.
Yeah.
But, like, can you beat an ice cream sundae? I don't think in this matchup, dirt pudding has any chance.
Okay, I
think maybe you watching at home, you probably would agree. Number 1, right?
Just want to give a little shout out. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Dirt pudding. You made the field of 8, but that's where you get kicked. Number 1, ice cream sundae advances. Okay, here's an interesting matchup. The number 2 seed pizza versus chips and salsa.
To me, this isn't even a conversation. Like, there's a reason why pizza is in so much bigger font than the chips and salsa, because there's no queso on there. I like chips and I like salsa. It's got to be particular chips. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Chipotle with the hint of lime. That's good stuff.
Chipotle's overrated.
I like Moe's. Their chips are a little too salty. But queso, I would prefer queso over salsa. I prefer guacamole over salsa. And I like salsa. I prefer the green kind, the Kaiser Sose one from a...
But do you understand chips and salsa? Like, salsa's shelf life exponentially longer than a pizza's shelf life.
Nonsense. Good for 3 weeks.
Pizza...
Leave it out.
Pizza is... You have 1 chance to eat pizza fresh, right? And then if you want to eat it again...
chances to eat it every other way.
But pizza though, I think wins this because of the variety, and it fills you up more than chips and salsa. Like, if we're doing chips and salsa, I have to eat like 4 plates of chips and salsa.
The Ninja Turtles, a national phenomena, right? With kids and people everywhere. Which did they choose? Do they love chips and salsa?
No.
Or is it pizza they're sliding through the
No, I think you're right.
Rates?
Number 2, pizza advances in the bracket. Let's keep it moving. Oof. This is a close one here. The number 4 seed, cookie tray, versus the number 5 seed, the fruit and veggie tray. I think I know where I'm going with this.
I do too.
What's your vote for this?
So, cookies are always good, but this is not homemade cookies. We do not get those as often because it's just easier to get the tray from Walmart, Sam's Club, wherever. But fresh fruit and vegetables, no matter where you get them, as long as they're actually fresh, like good stuff, you get a little dip. Come on.
That fruit dip?
Come on.
Oof. And the veggie tray, like, you get the best of both worlds.
I could eat the vegetables without any dip.
But the cookie tray, like, here's the thing about the cookie tray. I'm not a huge fan of it because you get it, and like you said, they're not homemade. And sometimes the cookies are too hard if they're not fresh.
You know what the side effect is? Nate, what is the one snack that is always left over? Always. There's always something left over when we get one.
The oatmeal cookies.
It's the cookie trays, right? There's always some cookies that somebody doesn't want.
But with the fruit and veggie tray, people always go after those. Like, it's a health kick with a lot of people, and they feel guilty if they take a cookie instead of like a carrot, right? I also take fruit and veggie tray because I go after that celery part of that thing. Game over, man. I'm like,
broccoli?
I can eat all the celery, broccoli,
Cauliflower.
The verdict's out on broccoli and cauliflower. But I think we both agree. Number 5. Fruit and veggie tray advances. Sorry, cookies. Number 3 seed cereal bar, or the cereal night versus number 6 seed cake versus. This is a good matchup here because cake and cupcake, very sweet dessert, very sweet thing to eat here. The cereal night, also very sweet. Ben actually said it first, and I agree with him wholeheartedly that we think cake is overrated.
It is. I think it's like the elephant in the room with regards to like snacks. It's a tradition. People have it for birthdays and stuff like that. But like, it's like no one's favorite. Like, you might meet the occasional person who absolutely loves it, but everybody else, it's like, I have it because I'm supposed to. But not that it's bad. But cereal, man.
I really only eat cake because I feel bad. Like, if I don't they bought this huge cake from Wegmans, I guess I'll have a piece.
It says like, surprise Jimmy, or...
I think cereal advances because when we have cereal for snack, the kids first of all go crazy about that, and 2, like you can literally have so many varieties.
You ever had Cocoa Krispies and they're speaking to you? They're snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
You ever heard a piece of cake do that?
No, piece of cake, way too heavy. Cereal.
It makes a good saying though. It's a piece of cake.
It is a piece of cake to advance cereal night. That leads us all the way up into the semifinals. We have 4 teams left. We are really close to figuring out what we think, discussing.
Wow, one round and they're in the Final Four.
1 round in the Final Four. Elite 8 to the Final Four, just like that. Our first matchup we have is the top-seeded Ice Cream Sundae versus our fruit/veggie tray. I don't think this is even a contest, this matchup.
I think I definitely think ice cream advances, but if we were to pick fruit and veggie tray just to be rebellious, I think like we'd have to move in like a week.
Mr. Millard would probably come stab you with an ice cream scooper if we picked fruit and veggie tray over ice cream.
That would hurt a lot more than you think.
I'll tell you this, when we go through Ice Cream Sundae night, there's just a different buzz in the room. Like, people love making their own sundae. There's just something about cauliflower, it doesn't bring the same buzz that ice cream does. No debate. There's no more discussing this. Number 1, Ice Cream Sundae. Ice Cream Sundae, the top seed, no shocker, right, advances to the final round. All right, next matchup in the semifinals. Now this matchup, number 2 pizza, number 3 cereal. This matchup.
I already have my answer, but I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear you out first.
So I'll tell you this about cereal. You can get 4 or 5 boxes of cereal from your local grocery store for like 10 or 15 bucks, and you have a wider variety of cereal for half of the price that one sheet pizza is. Now, cereal's less expensive for more variety, but pizza I would say is more filling. What do you think?
You know, I wanted to say pizza, but just hearing you out, thinking about it, pizza's a classic. I love it. You can eat it at any time, but as a snack and thinking youth group and just the wide variety, you can get so many, and like, because it's so cheap, you can get so much more, such a bigger variety. Pizza, like, that's like $50. Easy.
It's a lot of money. Just down the gullet.
Me?
I convinced you?
You did. Cereal.
That's the first time discussion in the 2-week history of this series.
No, first time in our friendship.
First time in our friendship ever that I've changed Ben's mind on a snack.
That's not true.
That's not true. So we're in agreement. Number 3, cereal advances.
1-3.
On to the finals we go with the 1 seed Ice Cream Sundae versus the number 3 seed cereal. Now, like I said earlier, the 3 seed, lots of variety. I could go get Cocoa Puffs, Rice Krispies, Rice Krispies, which Rice Krispies are not good unless you have sugar. We're definitely not getting like Raisin Bran, but I could get Honey Nut Cheerios. I could get any type of cereal Cookie Crisp. I can get all those good cereal, and there's a large variety of cereal, and like everybody likes a different type of cereal, and we could appease the masses.
But it's ice cream. Listen, this is has been the staple dessert since like the beginning of time, right? On the 7th day after God created everything, you know what he did? He sat down and he had a bowl of ice cream.
On the 8th day, God had a bowl of ice cream.
The 7th day, the day
on
of
the
rest.
7th day.
That's right.
Is this in the Bible?
2nd Deuteronomy.
That's not a book of the Bible. Ben made that whole thing up. You have me thinking, though, if I were to go home right now and have dinner, let's say for dinner, I'm going to have a nice steak, mashed potatoes. It's a good dinner. I love a good bowl of ice cream.
Would you rather have ice cream or cereal? If it came down to it, you could only eat one for the rest of your life. Like, that's not the only thing you can eat, but if you had to pick between the two, you had to either stop eating ice cream or stop eating cereal. I'd throw cereal out the door.
Cereal
so
being the,
fast.
I'd put cereal in the dumpster that fast. It'd be, because there is nothing like a couple scoops of vanilla ice cream with a little bit of chocolate syrup.
Hot fudge. Well, you got
hot fudge or peanut butter fudge.
Okay.
Or caramel.
Butterscotch.
We might need to take a break to go get some of this. There is nothing like some vanilla ice cream or even chocolate ice cream or any type of ice cream with whipped cream. Ben, I was at Big Dipper this last week with you, and there was 27 different flavors of ice cream. So if there's going to be variety with cereal, the variety question doesn't match with these two. I think just based off my own taste buds, if it's a hot summer day, like we're coming into the spring and summer,
Imagine having a bowl of cereal on a hot summer day. Warm milk starts to curdle.
Yeah, I think you got me convinced. I think number one, ice cream sundae takes the cake. No pun intended. There it is, number one, ice cream sundae. Ben and I would both agree.
Air handshake.
Practice at home. Number one, easily, I think ice cream sundae takes the championship.
Wow.
Top ice cream sundae, or top youth group snack, I should say, whatever it is.
Won out the whole thing.
Leave a comment if you guys agree, disagree. Let us know what you guys are thinking along the lines of if Dirt Pudding should have had an upset in the first round.
No, they're not the...
Imagine if Dirt Pudding would have beaten Ice Cream Sundae in the beginning. What a video that could have
changed everything.
It would have changed everything.
Hey, and let us know what you'd like to see next. You know, would you like to see us debate something else? You let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. That's week number 2, though, of Ben and Nate Discuss Top Youth Group Snacks. See you guys next Monday.
Oh, whoa.
What?
You forgot something.
What?
If we come back in May.
Oh, you go ahead, tell them.
We've heard through the grapevine, the rumor mill.
Through our connections with the mafia.
People talk to people. If we come back to Youth Group in May, if that's allowed, Mr. Nick Millard said he was going to buy everybody in Venture and Quest and even Kidman, Kids for Truth, ice cream, okay? He didn't specify if it was Big Dipper or store-bought, I don't know what. He just said he'd buy everybody ice cream. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Did he actually say that?
Just Pope Catholic.
Can your sources confirm or deny? But that is a fact of the matter. We will have a massive ice cream bar, whether it's from Nick Millard or myself or you or the church. If we can get back to youth group in May sometime, we're gonna celebrate.
We have to party.
We're gonna celebrate getting everybody together. Yep, we're gonna celebrate this coronavirus going away with a huge ice cream bar, and hopefully Nick Millard is the one who buys it. All right, we'll see you guys next Monday.